Hello everyone and welcome to an English lesson for the third grade high school students. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss public speaking. You will distinguish different types of public speaking as well as deliver a public speech on the chosen topic. For this lesson, you will need your notebook, something to write with, and a smartphone or a laptop with internet connection. You will also need a QR code reader. Feel free to stop the recording whenever you feel it is necessary, and as for the links in the lesson, you can find them in the video description. In our previous lesson about campaigns, you have already decided on the issue you want to campaign for or against. You have also planned your campaign and written campaign manifesto, which includes the slogan, the logo, and your mission. You have thought about who you're going to address, which activities you're going to take, when and where they're going to be organized, and how you're going to cover it in the media. This manifesto will serve you as a starting point for your public speech. Besides writing a public speech, you will also design a poster as a visual aid. Of course, it doesn't have to be a poster. You can decide to create a brochure, a flyer, or a PowerPoint presentation. How you're going to do it depends on your audience and the venue, the place where you plan to pitch your speech. Let's first deal with public speeches. Let's check what you know about public speaking and maybe learn something new. This link or QR code will lead you to a quiz on public speaking rules. Have fun with it. I hope you enjoyed the quiz. Now back to public speaking. There are three different types of public speaking. The first type is speaking to inform, and this is a type you are most familiar with. You have used it numerous times. Can you think when? I'm sure you have guessed. Speaking to inform is used for giving lectures and oral presentations, which you're pretty familiar with. It is also used for explaining how to go about something, for example, describing a recipe or giving a tutorial on how to use an online tool. Another type of speaking is speaking to entertain. Where is this type used? You are right. It is used on special occasions like the wedding, when the best man gives his speech, or on dinners to entertain the guests. The third type of public speaking is speaking to persuade, and this is the one we will deal with today. In this type of speaking, the speaker might be trying to change your mind about something or to persuade you to take action. This type is used in advertising to sell a product or a service by politicians when they try to persuade us to vote for them, and in campaigns which push us to change and take action. The language used in these three types also differs. What do you think? Which type uses explanatory, which motivating, informative, convincing, humorous, and which light style? Make notes in your notebook. Speaking to inform type of speaking is usually formal, informative, instructive, and explanatory. As for speaking to entertain, the name itself says that it is supposed to entertain, so the style is humorous, light, and informal. And speaking to persuade should motivate people to change, convince them to take action. Of course, it doesn't mean that you can't be humorous or informative when speaking to persuade. It all depends on the issue and the audience. In today's lesson, our goal is to write and deliver a persuasive speech for our campaign. There are some steps that should be followed when preparing a persuasive speech. What do you think they are? What should we do in order to prepare a good speech? You have surely come up with similar ideas. My task for you is to put these steps in the correct order. What is the first thing you have to do? Make a list in your notebook. First, you should learn about the issue and your audience, then you should organize your speech and write it. And in the end, before delivering the pitch, you should practice. How can you learn about the issue? Of course, you can go to the library or you can do an online research on what you want to speak about. Be critical. Use more than one source and compare the data. You will probably come across some opinion-oriented sources which are going to be biased. Don't rely on the data they present, but bear in mind that they can be valuable as well, since they are going to prepare you to what you might expect from the audience. What should you know about your audience? Does it matter how old they are? Is it all the same if they agree or disagree with you? And what about how much they know about the issue? I'm sure you all agree that all these things matter and that they will influence the way you deliver your speech. Before you start writing, outline your speech. Organize your ideas. Start with the body. Don't include more than 3 points because I'm sure you remember less is more. You don't want your audience to fall asleep. You want them concentrated. Now that you have an outline, start writing. Remember what we said about persuasive speaking? What should it be like? Motivating and convincing. If we want to be motivating and convincing, we have to combine logic, morale, and emotions. We have to use real-life examples supported with facts. Introduction is very important. You want to grab your audience's attention right away. It can be something dramatic, a statement, a picture, or an information. Also, you want to state the 3 main points of your speech right away, giving the audience a roadmap to what they might expect. You will explain your 3 points in more detail in the body. First, present the problem. If we talk about bullying, it can be something like depression caused by bullying. The second point is giving a possible solution. For example, workshops on bullying for students and teachers. And in the last point, you can point out the benefits, like more self-confident students. Again, give examples, support with facts. You can also address the counter-arguments, but if you do that, do it in a positive way. Don't belittle your audience. In the conclusion, you will restate the 3 main points of your speech and call for an action. You may want them to donate some money, sign a petition, or volunteer. You already know that you can practice in front of a mirror as well in front of your friends or family members who then can give you feedback. And after all that preparation, you're confident and relaxed enough to deliver a speech in front of the audience. Let's revise. You will now hear a persuasive speech on hot dogs. Watch the video and answer the questions in EdPuzzle. I hope that you have enjoyed the video and that you find it helpful. Have you noticed the way the speaker introduced the topic and every new segment? Also, how he finished the subject and whole speech? The signpost language he used helps the audience follow the speech. Let's briefly revise the signpost language by doing this matching quiz. Copy the link or scan the code now. You can use the phrases from the quiz in your own speech. Besides the signpost language, there are some other techniques that you might find useful, like the 3 effects. Safer streets means comfort, reassurance, and peace of mind for you, your family, and your friends. Or imperatives. Let's do something about it. You can also use emotional words. The children are left at the mercy of their ruthless bullies. And flattery. A person of your intelligence knows that bullying is harmful for the child's psychological development. And now you. Write your speech on the chosen issue. Bear in mind the instructions. You have to do a research, then write an outline before writing the actual speech with the introduction, body, and conclusion. Don't forget to use signpost language and some of the speaking techniques. When you're done, practice speaking before recording yourself. Your speech shouldn't be longer than 5 minutes. Now that you have written and recorded your speech, design a poster inviting people to come and listen to you. Your poster should include the campaign name, the slogan, and the logo. You can add an image. Lastly, don't forget to answer questions why, who, where, and when. Once you're done, upload your poster with the QR code of your recorded speech onto this Padlet wall. We have come to the last activity. Check if you have done all the required tasks. Have you done the research on the issue before planning and writing the speech with the appropriate signpost language? What about practicing delivering the pitch before recording it? And last but not least, have you designed a poster for your campaign speech? I hope this was an educational, challenging, and fun lesson for you. Thank you for taking part in it. Goodbye, and have a nice day.